The village of Tusket takes its name from the Mi'kmaq word Neketaouksit, which means Great Forked Tidal River. The Tusket River flows for 93 kilometers from its source, the long Tusket Lake, to the Tusket Basin and then out to sea. When combined with its many forks, there are actually over 350 running kilometers in this waterway, linking the river to more than 170 separate lakes, its watershed encompassing 3,000 square kilometers. For at least 7,000 years, long before the arrival of any Europeans, the river served as a vital transportation link and food source for the indigenous Mi'kmaq people. The 1600s witnessed the arrival of the first Europeans who would settle permanently, French fur traders and fishermen. In time, these enterprising people would become known as the Acadians. Again, as before, the river served as a means of transportation and a food source, proving to be a lucrative fishing ground for salmon, eel, and gasparo, also known as kayak and alewife. In fact, the fishery became one of the most important early industries in this region after the depletion of furs, leading to many of the settlements and communities we see today, including Hubbard's Point and Wedgeport. English settlers, specifically the planters, who came following the deportation of the Acadians in 1754, followed by the Loyalists who arrived after the American Revolution, brought significant change to the river. Growing communities meant that a great many more people were accessing it. Industries, including sawmills and shipyards, were being established. The largest industry by far, shipbuilding, saw its beginnings as early as 1785, when Jacob Tooker, newly arrived from New Jersey the year before in 1784, launched the first large ship on the river. From that point forward, increasing demand for larger and better ships resulted in larger and larger shipyards being built here. Impressive enough that such vessels were coming from such a small community at all. Perhaps more impressive is that it was not uncommon during the years 1850 through to 1890 for Tusket to be the largest shipbuilding center in the province. With multiple shipyards operating here, it was not uncommon for there to be many launches a year, often celebrated with speeches, bands, and people traveling from nearby communities for the celebration. No small enterprise, the largest ship launched here cost $80,000 to build in 1883 and weighed 1,799 tons. Steam and steel sealed the fate of the wooden ships. The decline of the shipbuilding industry, a cornerstone of local investment, employment, and enterprise, would prove to be a tough blow for the small community and the Tusket shipyards that built them. Regardless, while this little community bustled with several shipyards and wharves in the large square, rigged ships that were built and launched from the banks would sail downriver en route to far-off ports. Many of the blacksmiths, skilled shipwrights, and river pilots employed in these industries were Acadian. Today, at low tide, one can see rock pilings that were used to corral and direct logs to the Dickey and McGrath lumber mill, which was located just past them and on the left. Not much further down the road, as the river flows, one can see what remains of the rock work and pilings that had been where the wharves and shipyards that also employed so many were located. These days, hunting, sport fishing, canoeing, and kayaking are popular recreational activities on the Tusket River, and an active commercial gasparo fishery still exists every spring.